do you turn down what now? Friendship offers or wooing and all that. Okay, so let's see this instance.
Lifestyle, faith, realities, and lots more. Fun, fun, fun.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm Valley Mama and you are okay, so guys, like I can't really wait to meet all of you. Oh yes, those ones who are subscribed, who are supporting me, who are saying, hey, I love your videos, and regardless of the qualities, regardless of everything, I just say, guys, I can't wait to meet you all. So good afternoon and welcome back to Favorite Talks with Valley Mama. Sincerely, I've planned for this video. I've done it severally and it looks like it's not just going to work, but thank God we are here today. So straight up, if you've not subscribed, click the subscribe button below. Do it now. I'm gonna wait for you. Have you done it? So thanks for subscribing, and today is exciting, pretty exciting. So today we're going to be dealing with extroverts and relationship wahala. Yes, extroverts and relationship wahala. I'm going to try to keep it brief for the sake of those people who hate long videos, but I trust me, this is going to be very, very much interesting, exciting, and whatever you want to call it is going to actually be. So just sit down, relax. If you have popcorn, get it. Just relax and enjoy the video from the beginning to the end, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So like I said, we're going to be discussing extrovert and relationship wahala. I'm going to be talking about like this whole topic from the ladies' perspective. I literally think that basically most times the problem is just the ladies. Like we are the ones that have to face the grunt of our temperament or our personalities and all that. So I think I'll do much more. So straight up, I'm going to start with introducing myself. I'm Value Mama. I'm grateful of you. It's very important I do this, and then I think, and no, I'm an extrovert. And I'm proudly one. Some particular time in my life, I was like, hey, grateful, are you sure you don't want to be an introvert? Or are you sure if it's possible, you can just switch whoever you are and become the whole calm, quiet, stuff like that? But sincerely, it's never worked. This is me. Like, I got to accept it and work on the weaknesses that existed with the temperament as an extrovert, and, use the strength as an advantage. So, guys, really, a lot of questions about how I cope with being an extrovert, social life, friendship, relationship, and all that. So I'm going to try answer those questions right away. So just sit down and listen. So first question I've heard is, grateful, do you actually have to face, or do you actually face relationship problem? Like, do you actually have to turn down guys? Like, do they come around and all that? I was walking down somewhere, and then some guys stopped me. My classmates, they were like, "Grateful, did they actually woo you? Like, the guys actually woo you?" I'm like, why? Like, for God's sake, I'm a lady and I think I'm beautiful. Seriously, guys woo me. Like, yes, I allow them to do that sometimes for the fun of it, but some other times it gets so cranky and I'm like, hey, stop it, I know where you're going. Can we just this is me. I don't think we're going to do this right now. And everybody's just like, oh fine, I did as much. So yes, I've faced lots of like times, relationship, friendship that wasn't so defined, so had the probability of turning into something crazy, if not that God helped me, and if not for some boundaries that I know I set. So that question, the answer to that question is yes, I face it often, like often, and even up till now I still face such like that. But I think it's part of growth, right? It's part of growth process. People get to like you get to like people, and yes, I still like people. If you saw my last video on relationship, teenage crush, yes, I crushed on so many, and I think once in a while we see people like, we're like, oh my god, you look so cool, your character is so cool, and does it, right? So the next question people always ask is grateful. So how do you deal with all this as an extrovert, friendship, too much friends, and all that, and as an extrovert? I really get to understand their point of view. Why? Because sincerely, one thing that is very, 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 very basic as an extrovert is the fact that you're going to have too many friends around. What do I mean? Hey, why are you looking so gloomy? That's the expression when I come into an environment and I'm seeing someone I'm supposed to be interacting with looking so pale, and then I'm like, what's the problem? Come on, smile with that whole grin of, hey, what's up? if it's a guy you're giving that smile to, the guy is going to be like lost at the first for the first few seconds. I don't understand. Like in the guy's head, does she like me? Does she want us to become friends? Stuff like that. But it could just be the natural me or the natural you as an extrovert. Like you want to just make everywhere lively. You want everybody to be happy around you. You're always talking about one thing, even if the conversation is not going to make sense. You just want to talk. So I get, and truth is that so many people are attracted to people who are outgoing, easygoing. Not just because you're beautiful, but because I think that warmth, that habit of acceptance that you give, that habit of that character of we could always engage me in a conversation, makes people feel at home with extroverts naturally. I'm not saying introverts are not like that, but I'm just saying extroverts are prone to having much more friends around them than introverts. So back to business. So I don't know, but sincerely, as a Christian, yes, I am one, and I'm probably a Christian. I think one way I deal with friendship that I think have the probability of leading to something else is, first of all, knowing what I want as a friend. I meet people daily. We meet people daily who are nice, who are wonderful, and the truth is that you can't have all those people as friends. We can't have all of them as friends. So one thing I think is very much important. The first thing I think is important is, who are the type of people you want to call friends? That is basically important. People I call friends are people who share the same value with me, people who actually benefit from me, and people who I cannot actually benefit from. So somehow, naturally, these are people that I actually get attracted to or actually end up being friends. So the truth is that there are so many people that come in form of noise who don't actually have this motive, maybe because they just like you, which is not bad, right? They like you and they just want to come around and hang around as a friend. Now, one thing I just pass them through those criteria: do we share the same value system? Am I going to be able to listen to you? Do you have something that I would want to learn from you? So it might not be the same thing for you, but the thing is this: know why you want friends. Sorry, know the type of people you want as friends. Then secondly, when the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. A wise man or a wise woman said. So sincerely, when you have friends that are getting to get closer than friends, it's just normal that you define those friendships. See, defining friendship is not so easy, but it's easy because if you look at the repercussion of not doing it, like, it's kind of, I don't want to tell my stories and details in this video. I'm going to do it in another video, but sincerely, like I did in my last video, a story of assumption, that assuming that this guy is just cool with you and you guys just keep rolling as normal, friend, that like usual, without knowing that one person is getting emotionally attached and you're just trying to be fine. That is actually one of the big deal that some people have to face with too much friends around. So the thing is this: defining friendships is good. Placing your boundary is good. Letting people know you for who you are is good. I think that's something I do very often. Personally, I think from the first conversation I have with you, when I think we have the probability of becoming close as friends or even becoming friends, one thing I do is I take you to the part of me that I could actually stand up and say no to tomorrow. Like that part of me that people relatively accept, like, yes, I'm a Christian and I don't do this. I may not basically start telling you or giving you my life story. I could just bring up a story, like someone's story. See, so and so person had this type of situation or was told to lie, and like it was very dicey. What do you think about this? It's just me trying to know who you are, like trying to make, like, when I ask you, I'll hear a response, and then I'm like, okay, fine, so this is my own opinion about it. And so it is very, very, very impossible for you to become a friend or to come close to me. Two encounters, you don't know I'm a Christian. That is the part of me that I think has the probability of scaring you away as a friend from the onset. So this is something I do from the onset. I try to make it obvious this is who I am. So one thing I think is important is letting your friends know your value. That has helped me a lot. It has taken away people who are not supposed to be there out of the way and let people who are supposed to be there stay in the way. Then the next thing is this: I think when you've known the people you want to call your friends, set your boundary. This is the things I don't do. Next thing is this: when you don't want close friend, don't act like you want close friend. See, attention breeds emotion. That is the truth. It does a lot. So you have 3 guys that you call friends. So this particular person, he's your friend. Everybody know they all know that they're your friends. But one person has an intention of taking it higher. I'm not saying all these things are bad, but you have time for everything. You might not really want that type of engagement at that point in time. So how do you handle it? you don't now start giving preference. In fact, that's one thing I think you should learn to do. Learn to treat your friends the same way. I'm not saying you now do to Mr. A what you do to Mr. B, but make it obvious to these people that, see, you guys are all friends. For instance, you don't hug guys, and Mr. A comes and like asks for a hug, and you hug Mr. A, and Mr. B sees you. Mr. B is going to be like, I thought she says she doesn't hug guys. When Mr. A gets that reaction, the one you hugged, to him, he's going to be like, I'm more important. And this whole sense of entitlement comes in. So the idea is this: let your standard, let your value be made known to all. Like, let it be like this is something that cuts across all level of friendship. Don't compromise the standard for anyone, because that person you compromise the standard for has the probability of making or blowing things out of proportion, and even making you yourself to be in danger. Then someone asked, how do you turn down what now? Friendship offers, or wooing and all that. Okay, so let's take this instance. Hey sweetheart, how are you? Good afternoon. Okay. Can I know you? I've been looking at you, I've been observing you, and I think you're a very nice person, and I would love to have you as a girlfriend or stuff like that. Like, what do you think? Can we work together? The first person gives a response like this: I'm so sorry, things can't work together with us. I don't think I'm interested. We don't do that. Thank you. And goes. The next person comes and is like, most likely me or you. Like, okay, wow, that's so nice. Well, like, seriously, I'm impressed. You thought me likable. That's so good. But actually, the truth is this: in as much as what you're asking for might not be bad in your head, but I don't think I'm ready for that. I give too much in friendship, and for now, I have lots of things to focus on. So, and my reasons being that obviously I'm very busy, and I'm not going to give you the time you think you need. And then also, I'm a Christian. I don't think I'm actually interested in things like that. If you don't mind, thank you. See, guys, in as much as these two responses have the probability of turning guys off, the truth is that you've met some guys. Some guys could be more convincing, could be more persuasive than the devil himself. Like, Jesus Christ. Some guys are very persistent. Like, no matter what you do, they would always want to hang around. They would always want to come back. But the one who has, like, the lady who has the chances of not being still disturbed is the last one. Why? Because she gave reasons for her actions. Being rude doesn't save us sometimes. Like, being rude, say, excuse you, why are you talking to? Do you know who I am? It doesn't save us. Some guys could actually have known you that you're going to be rude, and then they come with their seatbelt tightened and they follow you like that. I mean, playboys. So sincerely, I think one thing is this: not being rude, making your stance known, and having a purpose for that stance. Not just a purpose. It's not like you should always have a purpose for saying no, but in some certain instances, you make those purposes known and let it be that this is not going to work, not just for you, but for any other guy that comes in the picture at this particular point in time. But if you're ready and you think that person is not the right person for you, you're like, hey, no, this is not what I want. Like, I don't know if you understand. Like, I think there's going to be a problem if both of us try to do this together. Like, sincerely, I really care for you, and I don't want you to make this mistake. You make these people get your reasons for doing things. Any other thing they try to do, if they try to go out of hook in convincing you, you can now take your stand and walk out. But everyone who comes to ask for friendship, they think you're likable, assume they come with good intention, and then treat them as human beings and not as riffraff. Lastly, people have always asked me, grateful, how can I give gifts to guys as a lady without it arousing emotions? I have just three responses to that. First of all, wisdom is profitable to direct. One thing I don't let slide when I'm doing things is talking to God. So sometimes if I think you're my friend and you need something, I'm like, God, see, this person needs this thing. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Help me and guide me. That's one way. The second way is this. A friend taught me that, a very good friend, yes, he taught me that he's giving, okay, he bought something for me when I was in my, I think, year 2, and he was like, grateful, I'm no more a student, you're a student, you need this more than I do, so don't be thinking any funny things, I just give you this thing because I think you need it. In my head, I was like, why are you making all those explanations? But deep down within me, I understood that he don't want me to be thinking anything else. He doesn't want me to attach any other thing to this whole thing. Do you get it? So sincerely, when you give reasons, when you try to explain the gift, it makes matters easier for you. Even if it doesn't work, even if the explanation is not understandable or logical enough, it sends a message that, see, you're trying to avoid one particular thing or the other. Then the third option is this: If you know you can't avoid all this, why not give the gift through someone else, right? You could, hey, can you help me give this person this? It could be anonymous. Yes, it could be anonymous. Really, you want the person to get the gift and the benefit of having the gift, right? That is what you want, and not for you to necessarily take the glory. If it's a friend, if you're doing something out of love, it's not selfish. You don't just want to take the glory. You want the person to know that you care, right? And that is why you give the person the gift. So guys, sincerely, I'm as excited as anything else having done this video. You can't even imagine. So if you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button below. Subscribe right away for more, fun, for more educating articles, and then give it a thumbs up if you've not. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.